Road to Vostok is a single-player survival game where you're trying to make it from Finland across the Russian border into a place called Vostok. What makes this one interesting is that it's genuinely hardcore. There is actual permadeath in certain zones, and the whole game is built around this tension of preparing for increasingly dangerous areas. So here's how this game works. You start in Area 05, which is basically an evacuated zone in southeastern Finland. This is your safe-ish area, where you can learn the ropes, find shelters to save your progress, and start collecting gear. You've got some hostile bandits roaming around, who are taking advantage of the lawless situation. But if you die here, you lose only what you're carrying, not your entire save. You can also find traders who will barter with you. There is no money system, just straight up trading items. This includes stuff like medical supplies, food, and even things like toilet paper have value, based on how useful they would be in an actual apocalypse. The shelter system is actually pretty cool. You can customize these safe houses by moving furniture around, placing items wherever you want. Everything here uses physics. Each shelter is different. Some are small cabins, others are bigger bunkers. You unlock new ones through trader tasks. This gives you some sense of actually building up a home base. The looting system is physics-based, which means nothing spawns in the same place twice. Basically anything that looks like it could hold items can be opened and searched. You're managing a Tetris-style inventory with your backpack, pockets and vest slots. The game wants you to scavenge hundreds of different items: weapons, attachments, clothes, tools, medical supplies, food, all that. You're also managing your stats like health, energy, hydration, and your mental stability. Mental health goes down from eating bad food or being in bad weather, so you need comfort items like snacks or cigarettes. Once you have geared up enough in Area 05, you head to the border zone. This is where things get more serious. Each crossing point has different challenges. Some have mines you need to avoid, others actually need boats to cross water. And you are also dealing with corrupt border guards. The guards are better equipped than the bandits and actively trying to stop you from crossing. You can at this point still respawn, but you do lose your carried gear. If you actually make it through the border zone, you reach Vostok in Russia. This is the permadeath zone. If you die here, you lose absolutely everything. Your character, your shelters, all your stored loot. Everything resets. But Vostok has the best loot in the game, so it is incredibly high risk, high reward. The military controls this area with heavy weapons and armored vehicles, and they are the toughest enemies you will face. The game world itself also changes as you play. There's a full day-night cycle, of course, that also actually affects gameplay. You will have to prepare for darkness with lights, or plan your routes around daylight. If you survive long enough, the whole game shifts from summer to winter, and then you're dealing with snow and cold, on top of everything else. There are also random events that happen, airdrops, crash sites, faction movements, and some ambient stuff that keeps the world feeling alive. Combat is realistic FPS style. You can inspect your weapon to check ammo and fire modes, with actual animations instead of just UI pop-ups. The weapons use real calibers, and you need to find the right magazines and ammo types. This is clearly designed by someone who cares about that stuff. And as far as I'm aware, this game is made by a single developer. The game doesn't force you into one playstyle. You could focus on combat and military gear, or you could just be a fisherman living on an island, playing music. It's pretty sandboxy in that way. The early access launches in April 2026 and will probably last 2 to 4 years. The full release will have twice as many maps, traders, tasks, weapons and items. The developer has been really transparent though. Multiple free demos, constant updates, and an in-game roadmap, so you know what's coming. If you like hardcore survival games with an actual goal, then this one certainly seems worth checking out. But definitely know it's a long-term project that won't be fully finished for a few years. Before we close this video today, I'm able to share game keys from some of the titles I cover with my Patreon supporters each month, thanks to my new publisher partnerships. You see, I actually only have a handful of Patreon supporters right now, so there will be way more keys than I could give out. Most people go for the €5 tier, but it actually starts at just €2 a month, making it pretty much a no-brainer. The link is in the description, and that genuinely helps keep the channel future-proof. And this sentence concludes today's video. If your time was respected, a like or comment is very much appreciated.